Hey everybody, welcome to another Avengers Log, and we are officially in the holiday season. It is officially December. 'Tis the season to be jolly and whatnot, and I've got a lot of news about stuff that's going to be going on my channel as of this month, as well as a couple of other things. First off, let me introduce my guest stars and fellow Avenger Log people. Spidey, Spider-Man 1991, and you guys know Toxicity, my two bros who do comic reviews every week just like myself.
Sup? How's it going, everybody?
That's what I was waiting for. And Michael.
Hello.
Hey Mike, you know you should go into camera work. If you ever needed a career, you can do camera
I
work.
have a career I'm working towards, so no thank you.
Okay. So, first of all, it's the holiday season, my friends, my bros and sisters out there, and I'm sure all of you are going to understand this one, because it's going to be a very busy month. The comic reviews will always be on time every weekend. They'll be posted up, but I think other video series such as the Spider-Man Superboy show, Avenger Logs, I know Comic Corner I've been doing at least one a week. Those are going to kind of slow, at least for this month. I'm sure all of you can understand, and probably all of you are going to be going through the same dilemma because it's the holiday season. You know, you got to go shopping, got to put up the decorations, got to go tree shopping if you buy real trees like we do.
And don't forget the finals. College finals.
And the college finals.
Oh, dreadful. Oh.
So, videos are going to be a little slow this month, but not terribly slow. There might be 1 or 2 weeks where all there'll be is a comic book review, but I'm sure you guys aren't going to complain once again because most of you guys are going to be going through exactly what I'm going to be, and all of us are going to be going through throughout the whole holiday season. However, we do have a Spider-Man Superboy show in the works. There will be a Christmas special there. Because we did miss Thanksgiving. However, if you want to see a really funny Mario Brothers Thanksgiving, just slip by Brooklyn Boys 13. We decided to keep the Mario Brothers show there, so check it out on Brooklyn Boys 13. It's up now because I forgot to upload the videos from the past 2 weeks so far. So it's basically brand new. Also, speaking of comic book reviews, though. I was thinking about this for a while now. I was going to spring this as a surprise on Mike and Amber, but I decided to let Christmas come a little bit early, just like Mike's Christmas present, and asked them if they're up for this idea. Seeing as how Mike and Amber now review way more than just one book, Mike's gone from Punisher to now 4 or 5 DC comic books, plus Punisher, and Lord knows that there'll be more. And Amber has a whole bunch of books from Lady Death throughout all the female superheroes in DC and X-23 and Angel and Faith, or Faith and Angel, whatever combo that is. And Lord knows what else in the future.
I Vampire.
That's DC.
Oh.
So I threw this offer out to them first before doing this video. Michael said yes last night. Amber said yes today, thus why the Avengers Log is technically a day late, but really not. Effective as of the first week's release of comic books in December, which means not this weekend, guys, next weekend. Mike and Amber will still be in the comic book reviews. They'll still say whether the books they're reading are good or bad. But that's all they're going to say, because Mike and Amber are going to have their own comic book review segments once a month starting December. They're going to get all their books. They're going to, instead of giving a full-fledged review on the Dark Avenger reviews, they're going to just basically say, oh, this book was good, or this book stunk, and I'll tell you why in our review, in my review. And basically, Mike's going to have his own segment where it's going to be focused on him and his comics, and Amber's going to have her own segment focused on her and her comics. Now, Mike, we came up with a title for his show last night, and do you want to give the name?
Yes, it will be called Mike's Monthly Review, MMR for short. And
that's going to start up at the end of December when all the December books are done, which is basically not even, the end of December. It's really the first week of January, because you got to get the last week of December's
my
books
birthday
first.
month.
And Amber's, the title for her series is still pending, but basically both of them have said yes, and we're going to do that from now on. Unfortunately, Joe only reads one book, So for now, Joe's going to stay on my reviews with me. He's going to be reviewing his one book on my comic book reviews. If he ever has the ability, because I basically right now a lot of the money for comic books, money is very short. If Joe ever gets into a lot of comics, eventually he'll get his own segment as well. But for right now, I don't see Joe really having the time to read more than one book anyway, because Joe's very busy as well. So for the one time a month, he'll be doing his review on the actual Dark Avenger review. So yeah, that's basically it. This week's comics have yet to arrive, and Mike and Amber do have a comic. No, you don't. You don't have any comics this week. Amber has comics this week. So the comic review is going to go as they've been going, because this counts as the last week of November. Next week starts the new month cycle, and that's when they'll be just showing their books, not really talking about their books. This week is also very short. However, we had road work going on. I mentioned this in the last Comic Corner, I believe, last night. So basically, if the comics get here tomorrow, the review will be on time. If the comic books don't, then the review will be probably shot during the week, because it's a very short week, and I'll just put Amber's books in her monthly review of December, unless she wants to review it during the first week of December just to get them out of the way. It'll be up to her. And you know, it's a good idea, because for me, when I bought comic books back when the comic book store was right down the block, I always got my comics, came home, dedicated an hour or two to reading all my books and enjoying them. So for me to read my comic books, like let's say I get them tomorrow and the review is tomorrow, it's an enjoyment for me to read them right away. It is a little bit of a hassle, and it does take a tiny bit away from the enjoyment of reading when I have to form an opinion like that. However, I'm used to reading my books right away, whereas I've been noticing, and this is why I came up with this idea, Mike and Amber, you know, they get their books on Saturday and they're like, oh, I gotta get through it all, and you know, and neither of them like formulating, you know, a lot of them, they like to stretch it out. So I decided it's better that I give them all their books, let them have a whole month to enjoy them, read them, form an opinion, and then at the end of the month they'll do a review. This way they don't feel like, you know, so much pressure. I got the books today and I got to review them today. So it'll give them time to relax. But Spidey, we were talking about this before, and you actually said also it's sometimes it's hard for you to read them on Friday and actually formulate, you know, you'd rather have more time to relax and read them.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is good. Well, I mean, yeah, usually I like to get it all done the same day, but sometimes it can be a little annoying to, like, have your opinion fully formed, and usually I take notes and stuff just to remind me of the plot and stuff so that I could try to remember how I felt at those moments and stuff.
How do you feel about it, Tox? Because I know you did do 2 reviews with current releases.
What was that?
I said, how do you feel about having to read a book and then doing a review right away?
It doesn't necessarily bother me too much, but I, like everybody else in the world, you know, taking your time to thoroughly review it instead of, like, just getting it and then skimming everything over just to, like, immediately get the episode or the review out. It's nice to sit down and enjoy the comic.
For me, I always reread after the reviews, and that's when I get my biggest enjoyment, is when I actually have the time to actually just sit there and just literally go page by page and just enjoy it again. I do, however, enjoy reading it the first time around, and it's very easy for me to formulate an opinion like that. But I want Mike and Amber, especially because, first of all, the DC experiment was a huge positive. It was a positive outlook for both Mike and Amber, because I don't believe neither of you have dropped books yet. Mike's on the brink of dropping All-Star Western, and Amber's on the brink of dropping, I think, Catwoman. But basically, for the most part, you guys have not dropped any of your books yet. So
because they're good, except the All-Star Western.
Yeah, and I see how and I could tell how much the having to read the books like that, especially because Mike gets like 3 or 4 books in the first week, it does put a strain, and it hurts the enjoyment factor. So I want Mike and Amber to enjoy reading their books, so they'll continue reading their books, maybe get more in the future. So I've decided that it's better for them to have an entire month. Maybe Mike will throw in Spider-Man. He'll ask me to borrow my Spider-Man because I know Mike used to like Spider-Man.
No, I
and
still do.
Scarlet. I know, but I mean, you used to like reading it. And,
Oh, that, yeah.
so maybe I could give him some of my books. He could do his own opinion on them, so it'll stretch out his review a bit. Amber basically has all the books she likes. We're all pretty pissed off that they're ending X-23, but that's another story. Also, speaking of X-23 cancellations and everything like that, and Skype, tomorrow we are going to be filming the next podcast. The lineup is set. So basically the cast is set for tomorrow. So that video will probably be up, I want to say, middle of the day on Sunday, because I have to put all the parts together and make sure the audio is just right. So that'll be up basically as soon as possible, and also depending how long it takes to upload it because of the size of the video. So that will definitely be up tomorrow. Spidey and Tox both will be on it. Dawkins is coming back. Dawkins Hallett's returning. Hopefully Mel, the X-Men 14 will be on there. Mike's going to be there. I'm going to be there. We have a newcomer who I'm not going to spoil who's going to be there tomorrow. And it's going to be good. There's a lot of stuff that went on in the month of November to talk about. A lot. There still is news coming in, as a matter of fact. So, basically that's it. 2 new video series starting up, and I know you guys are gonna get enjoyment out of it. You're gonna enjoy it. So for those of you who have been enjoying the way Mike reviews his books, Mike's gonna have his own standalone. And for those of you who like Amber's uber in-depth reviews of books, I'm actually encouraging her to go back to doing her in-depth reviews. She's gonna have her own review too. So if you like books Mike's reading and you want to watch his segment, his videos will be up at the end of the month. And if you like the way Amber did her reviews, you're going to love seeing her at the end of the month also. All of it's going to be on this channel. And yeah, so we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah. And that's basically all for now. Like I said, we're working on the Christmas special. Comic Corner, I have a couple of books, a couple of ideas of what book I want to do next. I know I want to do the Reign of the Supermen at some point. I just don't know if it's going to be next, because I do have a new book coming. And hopefully it'll be here tomorrow with my comic books, but there's no way I'm going to be able to read that entire book in one night, especially with all the new comic books. So yeah. And that's that. Next year, however, there is an Avenger shirt and an Avenger hat coming out, and I am looking forward to getting both of those. And actually, next week, I was telling Spidey about it, and Mike saw it. They're releasing the FF Spider-Man shirt, but they're calling it the Digi shirt, I believe. Was it, Spidey?
Yeah, it was called the Fantastic Four Digi Spider symbol.
So that's what it's called. It's on Midtown. It's going to be on Amazon, basically.
It's a white shirt with a black spider.
It's a black shirt with a white spider.
No.
Yes.
It's a black shirt with a white spider.
They did the opposite colors because nobody really wears white shirts.
I thought it was white with a black spider.
Very rare that you'll see people wear white shirts because it's very easy to dirty those.
I'm confused.
So anyway, guys, hopefully the comic review will be on time this week. If not, there is definitely an Avenger cast to look forward to towards the end of this weekend. And that's it. Hope you guys have a happy holiday season. This will be basically, I'm guessing, unless hopefully I'll be able to do one more, this will be the only Avenger log until after the holiday season. So I hope you guys have a good and safe holiday season. There will be other videos. Just saying, from the Avenger logs, hope you guys have a happy holiday season. Hope you guys are having fun, as is already. It is the beginning of the holiday season. It's officially 1 in the morning on December 3rd. So, alright guys, so I'll see you hopefully tomorrow in my comic review. And Spidey just brought out his comic review, and Tox actually revisited his Static Shock #1 from the DC relaunch. Go on there, Charles, check those out. Mike will be doing his review at the end of the month, Amber end of the month, and also this weekend's review. And this weekend's review, there's a more independent than the main two, the big two. So look forward to that. See you guys next time.